Wow. Just come out and say you're clueless. I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue.
You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about the New York Giants, a team that I don't talk about a whole lot on here. Occasionally, I will talk a little bit about Jaxson Dart. I had Jaxson Dart as the best quarterback coming out in the draft. Now, it was close. I mean, Cam Ward was kind of like 1B for me, but I thought Jaxson Dart had some real skill, some real tools. After playing in the SEC, he had all the things I looked for. Plenty of starts, athleticism. I thought, he's going to be sort of like Baker Mayfield, only bigger, only faster, maybe a slightly lesser arm than Baker. Baker's got a cannon. A lot of people don't realize that. They once asked Josh Allen, who's got the strongest arm in the National Football League. Many thought Josh Allen was going to say him or Patrick Mahomes. He was like, Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield's got a cannon. But Jaxson Dart has got an above-average arm. He's got Baker Mayfield's moxie. You know also who Jaxson Dart feels a lot like? Drake May. Guess what? Drake May is now leading the MVP voting. So this is going downhill, all right? We've got a situation brewing in New York right now that has to do with Jaxson Dart having become concussed yet again, or at least down that road. He's been evaluated for a concussion 4 times. Now, I saw a report out there. I don't know how accurate it is that John Mara was actually the first person in the Giants building today. And I'm going to say this. I think the Giants win that game if Jaxson Dart doesn't have to come out. I hope to Christ I never have to see Russell Wilson again. I mean, he just cannot get it done in the National Football League in 2025. It's kind of wild seeing that demise happen. Because I got to be honest, I almost wonder if he's a backup. It was rough. So the Bears make a comeback. By the way, I've known this was going to be a problem. A lot of people have talked about behind the scenes. I've heard on different podcasts over the last 3 or 4 years, NFL insiders and guys that cover the league, that Brian Daboll and his attitude is not great behind the scenes. And I always thought to myself, what kind of a clown runs off a guy like Wink Martindale? Now, in case you don't know, he's the defensive coordinator for the Michigan Wolverines right now, but he was a massive part of the Baltimore Ravens. He had a 10-year run there. I mean, Wink Martindale is considered one of the probably top 12 to 15 defensive minds in all of college and pro football combined. And Brian Daboll couldn't put his ego aside to make it work. They were feuding in the building. Well, I'm looking and I'm like, well, shit, you got somebody else calling the defense now. Let's see how that's worked for you. Let me bring this up. You gave up 40 to the Cowboys. And let's see, 26 to the Saints. 33 to the Broncos. By the way, another fourth quarter meltdown right there. 38 to the Eagles. 34 to the Niners. Look, the Niners aren't great right now. I'm a Niners fan. That is a mash unit. That team has got injuries everywhere. And then you have another meltdown in the fourth quarter yesterday against, you turned Caleb Williams into Joe Montana. of all quarterbacks. You turned it. Rhodes, aren't you going to make a video talking about how great Caleb was? Hell no. That Giants defense is straight trash. And there's not a world where that Giants defense should be trash. With all that talent on that front, are you kidding me? They should be eating quarterbacks alive. And they are not. They are not. So a lot of people think Brian Daboll, this is Armando Seguero, I believe, with Outkick, one of the best insiders in the business. A lot of people believe this may be Brian Daboll's last day as the Giants coach. Brian Daboll in season dismissal. We begin with Daboll because the Giants have reportedly not wanted to make a coaching change in season. It's not their ownership style. The last time the Giants made significant changes to the top of the football leadership in season was December 2017, when coach Ben McAdoo and general manager Jerry Reese were dismissed with the Giants at 2-10. The Giants are 2-8, and Sunday was, to use a football term, a disaster. What else do you call it when the team melts down, blowing a 10-point lead with under 4 minutes to play? I thought you could have fired him after Denver. They absolutely should have won that game in Denver. What else to call it when this happens a lot? That's right, the Giants, you see, led by at least 10 points against Dallas, against New Orleans, against Denver, and this one against the Bears. They lost all of those games. Now, you have this bullshit involving the concussion of Jaxson Dart.
Brian, I mean, is this sustainable, the way that he's playing? I know you don't want to dampen his competitiveness and you love his fire and all that stuff, but, I mean, he's not 250 pounds, and this hits that he's taken, they've clearly taken a toll to the point where now he's got a concussion and is going to miss time.
Look, I'm not sure exactly the play that had happened, Connor, so, I'm concerned for the kid.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know the exact play that it happened for him relative to getting hurt or not getting hurt, but I don't know the play. I don't know the play. I don't know when it was. I mean, I just know that when he was going back out there, we were sitting around the huddle. I saw him. I got Ronnie over there to check him out.
All right. So technically speaking, after whatever in the hell that was, wow. Just come out and say you're clueless. I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. So let's just take a look. This is the official NFL playoff picture. All right. It's all the updated standings, and scroll down here. Technically speaking, the New York Giants are literally, technically speaking, the second to worst team in the NFL, and the worst team. You see this. They're in 16th place out of 16 teams in the NFC. The Saints are ranked above you because you let the Saints beat you. I mean, and it's clear. They got the quarterback right. They got the Jaxson Dart, this kid can play. I mean, basically 62.7%, 1,400 yards, 10 TDs, 3 picks, 93 rating. Let me just pull this up. Let me see if they already have the log in here. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, 6 for 66. Let me just scroll down here. 317 yards rushing, 7 touchdowns. I mean, the kid's got 17 touchdowns. And he started 7 games. He's played in 9. I mean, they got the quarterback position right. Do you keep Joe Shane? Really? If I'm the Giants, I get rid of this asshole. All right, because not only what's going on, I mean, you can't be that clueless, because evidently the coaches caught Jaxson Dart. They didn't think he was quite right on the sideline. And then was like, you need to get checked for concussion. The kid's not going to, the way he plays, he's not going to pull himself out. Now, I'll take you back to John Gruden's QB camp. By the way, John Gruden is a coach I'd be looking at to replace Brian Daboll. If Mike Tomlin gets let go by the Steelers, I'd be looking at him to replace Brian Daboll and hope that either Gruden or Tomlin, or if John Harbaugh was to leave the Ravens, which some people think there's a chance there, that you hope you can rekindle some kind of Tom Coughlin magic. I've got a veteran coach that was once with the Jags, brought into the Giants, you win 2 Super Bowls, but you stabilized the franchise for a lot of years. A lot of people would be like, John Mara's a clown show owner. Not great. Not great. I mean, do I think he's Jimmy Haslam or Woody Johnson? No. I mean, you've got 2 Super Bowls since 2007. So you can't claim to be those franchises. But it's not good either. And you're teetering on trying to be one of those franchises. You are teetering there. Like that. You got the Giants fans should feel good about one thing. All right? But you've got, I think, and I understand this seems like a leap, but this team reminds me of the Dallas Cowboys of the early 90s, early 90s, the 1-15 Cowboys. You guys remember they called Aikman and Emmett and Michael, playmaker, Irvin, the triplets. You kind of got your version of the triplets. You got Jaxson Dart, you got Cam Scatterboo, and you got Malik Neighbors. But you got to have your Jimmy Johnson. All right? By the way, you don't even have Barry Switzer right now. I mean, Barry's. If you go watch that Cowboys documentary, I'm shocked how much those players actually love Barry Switzer, except for Troy Aikman. He hated his ass. Is today the day? Is it over for Brian Daboll? Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.